What does it taste like to eat real Malawian food?
Join me as I explore Malawi's most traditional fare. Hold your hat. It's gonna get a little weird. I'm Zahir Elias, fashion designer, comedian, and gender rights activist. Growing up mixed race with multiple cultural influences has opened me up to a kaleidoscope of experiences, but traditional food hasn't been one of them.
Hardly anyone knows how diverse Malawi actually is, and all the different people have brought their food along with their own culture. Is Zahir ready to taste the real Malawi?
There are some pretty interesting food choices my people make, but I'm willing to test myself as a Malawian. So I'm gonna start with the dish that came last, nsima. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Malawi's staple food is nsima. During the rainy season, every free centimeter of land is used to grow maize. It is dried, then crushed or ground into powder, and cooked with water. Nsima is actually common throughout southern Africa. So what is the real Malawian touch to it?
The thing that makes Sima typical is its green garden vegetables. Many Malawians have gardens, or rather fields, where they grow a variety of fruits and vegetables. This includes okra and masambo rendera, greens with peanut powder.
Greens with peanut powder. Not only does it sound delicious, it's also rich in protein. And if homegrown, not expensive either. So it's actually a win-win for Zahir. If it weren't for the okra, because the popular vegetable is not so popular with Zahir because it's what?
It's a slime that I struggle with. I mean, greens are okay without the okra, but I love my meat. Kampai.
That may be because of the South African part of Zahir, who thinks of vors rolls and basic stews as normal street food, and has never had the local indigenous Malawi cuisine at home, even though he was born and raised here. But isn't food an essential part of our identity?
My mom moved here in the 70s, originally from South Africa, and my dad is basically a human cocktail, so Malawian, Indian, Middle Eastern, and Scottish. But despite being Malawian born, I never truly explored what it means to be truly Malawian or tasted many Malawian dishes.
Okay, if Zahir is already messed up with the okra, what's next? One thing is for sure, meat has to be on the table now. How about tripe?
All right. Chumbwana is a regional dish that's usually boiled to death. But because Malawi produces a lot of soil, sunflower, and peanut oil, I guess fried tripe makes sense. I actually like it, but usually in a colored household, you would spice it to the max. That's what gives it a lot of flavor. A bit gamey, but good. I like it.
And for lucky number 3?
Well, I guess not if you're the bird.
There's a special seasonal delicacy in Malawi, swallows. These migratory birds are still caught by boys in rural areas in the traditional way. It looks like they're fishing, but instead of chambo at Lake Malawi, it's swallows in the air.
Popo. These fried swallows are found at almost every market in Malawi. Let's have a bite. Okay, that's surprising. Oh my God. I was expecting something else. I'm not going to eat the bones. You know, it kind of tastes like liver. Maybe because actually like a very small dried duck.
Zahir said it would be quite weird. Okay, for him the okra was almost inedible, although the swallows were not without their problems either, and we're only halfway through the list of traditional Malawian dishes. Let's see how weird it does get.
Now, second on my list and fourth for me to try is actually a little bit quirky. You say kebab isn't quirky? Well, that's because you don't know what's in it. It's mice. That's it. It's just mice.
Across the region, field mice provide free protein for whoever is quick or crafty enough to catch them. In Malawi, there's a whole industry around drying the mice with salt. Whole. These are then sold in kebabs to take home and cook with relish.
They're served whole. Teeth, bones, tail, everything. From your CEO to your humble laborer, you can bring the taste of the village to your villa in Lilongwe for less than €1. Well, bone up the teeth.
Well, if the mice only made second place on Zahir's list, what on earth is the first place for traditional and possibly weird but genuinely traditional Malawian dishes?
I've had to psych myself up for the next one because I have an existential case of orthopterophobia, which is the fear of grasshoppers. Now, because inquiring minds around the world want to know if I'm actually going to... No.
While tasting Malawi's traditional, but to him unfamiliar dishes, Zahir learned that many of these street foods are available throughout southern Africa. What makes Malawi so unique?
I think we as Malawians are proud people to give up our simple fare for superficial sophistication. Besides the cooked grasshoppers, which definitely freak me out, I feel much more closer to my Malawian side. And instead of thinking of these things as weird, I'd like to thank you for coming on a journey with me to explore 5 of Malawi's best indigenous flavors. Mom, I brought home takeaways.